These are the Sunday recommendations for my free email list for June the 12th, 2022. This week's blog post is the third part in my timeline from 1900 to 2021. It covers the years 1920 to 1929. This one is on the Roaring Twenties. The pitch: if you want to change the world, you have to know what's happening and the ideas behind those events. The request: tell me if you see errors or omissions. This will come out as a book, 100 pages or so, at the end of the summer. There are more details in the blog post. Second recommendation: Isham Jones with lyrics by Gus Kahn, It Had to Be You, 1924. This and the third recommendation, as well as the fourth if you're a supporter, all come from the 1920s. I was surprised to learn that the original 1924 recording of It Had to Be You by the Isham Jones Orchestra was purely instrumental. It stayed at number 1 for 5 weeks and was the 4th best-selling single that year. I've also given you a link to a 1979 recording by Frank Sinatra that includes the intro to the song, which most performers skip. Third recommendation: and the St. Vincent Millay, First Fig, 1920. You don't always have to choose between quantity and quality, but sometimes you do. This poem takes on a new meaning in the context of the lost generation, the generation of young people who died by hundreds of thousands in World War I and in the Spanish flu epidemic, which was particularly deadly for young people. My candle burns at both ends. It will not last the night. But ah, my foes and oh, my friends, it gives a lovely light. The fourth recommendation this week for my supporters is a sculpture from the 1920s that also happens to be one of my favorite sculptures of all time. DianeDuranteWriter.com has hundreds of posts on sculpture, painting, architecture, and my other obsessions. To join the free Sunday recommendations email list, visit the URL that's on the screen or email me. And you can say, "Well done, Diane," or support my work and receive rewards by means of the tip jar on DianeDuranteWriter.com. As always, thank you for listening.